I haven't washed my face, but I will start. Let me do whatever I can right now. I have to prepare for school court. School court. They treat me like a criminal. I'm a felon now, y'all. Nah, it's not that serious. I hope it's not that serious. I hit the vending machine, but I didn't break it. And I had no intention to break it. And I didn't break it. I just got my wheat thins. So I might be able to let them get off on that charge. But they definitely got me for B because I was told not to do it before I did it. But kind of hard to not to stop the hurricane that is Crystal C. Crystal O. Because told me not to do it. And I was like, no, I have to get these wheat thins. And I was already running to the side of the machine. He's barking. Oh, now that I see this, I had this weird dream that I went to some party. And in the party, I was like, I guess I was like waiting for somebody. I was in love. It was like one-sided love because I would have been there right with them. And I was with his sister and her friend at this party. And when the sister left, I was just like, you know what? To be honest, I don't think this relationship's gonna work out because like it's one-sided and I want to be happy. And it was like close to Valentine's Day, I think, in the dream. And I like a one night stand. Now I don't have one night stands, but in the dream I did, and I wouldn't have thought much about it because I was just like, yo, it's just a dream. Except for like I woke up this morning with these two rubber bands on my wrist. You see these rubber bands? Yeah. First of all, I didn't encounter any rubber bands yesterday, and I didn't put any on my wrist unless these are the rubber bands that I found on the floor with the kids around. I don't think that happened though. That's the only thing I can explain why I would have rubber bands on my wrist. It might have been kind of a hazard for the kids, so I took them and moved it onto me. And I was like, you know what? In the dream, I was trying to figure out whether I had done something wrong because I was just like, well, is the sister watching me to see whether I'm a good match for her brother? Because I just had this one night stand when she left, but at the same time, I was just like, your brother's not courting me. I've tried everything that I could, and I can't continue to go on like this. You know what I mean? Like, and I had no intentions of hooking up with that guy again. It was literally like to me in the dream, how I rationalized it. He was the most attractive guy that I could. He wasn't the most attractive guy to be honest. He kind of had this like dorky thing going for him, but it was going for him. It was going for him, and cause he was clean with the glasses off, and I only mentioned the dream because I was like, yo, did something, did the dream happen? No, the dream didn't happen. But I was like, how did these rubber bands get on my wrist? I think it was literally like I found them on the floor when I came inside the house and the kids started running around. I put them on. I forgot I did it and woke up this morning. I was like, how the hell did these rubber bands get on me? I had the dream. I had a dream that I said, I can't wait for you no more. And you are doing everything you want to do already. So why should I feel? But then the crazy part in the dream is that I try to act like it didn't happen, and I went back on my watch list. I went back to being watched, and continuously wondering whether the sister's friend had decided to say anything about the incident to the sister because I was like, okay, well then, I don't know. It was such a weird dream. It was like she was getting the say, although we already know he was gonna get the final say. Um, but like in retrospect, um, do we know what he's doing? Why am I being watched? Oh, why was that important? Because I had a dream. Oh no, I watched this video. I actually posted it on my account about this female photographer who was going around the world taking pictures of beautiful women, like worldwide, the Atlas of Beauty. And she made a really compelling statement that I thought was so true about. He's just like, yeah, if I was gonna do an atlas for men, if someone was gonna do an atlas for men for beauty, it'd be so easy because like no one would have to say, hey, I'm not wearing makeup right now, so you can't take a picture of me, or my husband or my boyfriend would be mad. And I thought about that. I was just like, yeah, like I actually didn't take. I actually stilted my modeling career because after I got over the fact that my mom might be upset, my mom actually I learned that my mom wouldn't be upset because I got to try while I was going through college modeling career, and the only requirement she really had was that I get my education. So I would literally live in New York while I was going to school because I went to school in New York, and I would travel down to DC and Maryland to do my photo shoots, which is not the fashion center, but I mean it was how I got to develop without getting um, overexposed in New York, and it wasn't as competitive. And being that I had industry standard measurements and requirements, local photographers were more willing to work with me for free. They're not all the best, but it allowed me to build my portfolio because a photo shoot actually costs about $300 to $400 um, for a good photographer. I'm one of those photographers. And really, it's not just his shooting style. You're really trying to go for his networking ability. So like a lot of photographers are networked. They have a lot of local artists that they are they work with, like the photographer, not the photographer, like the makeup artists and sometimes designers. You really want them for the designers, but um, and this I only say this because I did a career development class. Um, in college before I left, and I had actually scoped out the requirements for model as part of my assignment, even though my professor preferred me to look for a different type of business. And I was like, no, I just need to get these requirements. Even though I had a male model in my class who worked for Ford, he pissed me the fuck off, and his all his advice was wrong because he was jaded, maybe even jealous. Because what did he say? Females have a more represented or featured position in the modeling industry. Like the guys are literally just the backdrop. You're literally like standing here as a pillar for me. But this video is getting long. But no. The really good photographers are the ones that actually have accreditation to getting you into a magazine. So they're connected to the industry people, the editors who are going to make a decision to make sure you get that tear sheet. So it's not just getting the designer friend because they have their own interest. It's making sure that you get the representation that you need, and that's why you're paying $400. Unless you got that ability to do it yourself, then you could try to source yourself and get a couple of hit and misses of shooting with some okay photographers, or maybe paying a few okay ones to really kind of get what you need out of it. I would pay more than 150 to be honest. And that's just because I'm not working as a full-time model. Like the money that I'm making to shoot the photo would be coming from my little table tips as a waitress. So, in addition to all the other things I need to do. But that was my video. But I have to get ready for school court.